Listen, all right, it's not a lot. I don't want anybody to sit here and think that I'm about to bring you guys the most earth-shattering news you've ever heard of in your entire life, okay? But Insomniac gave us just a teeny tiny little update and as well responded to a bunch of fans who were asking about Marvel's Wolverine. And this all comes courtesy of them updating their official website, actually. So, you know, we're obviously all really excited for Marvel's Wolverine. We want to hear more from Insomniac. I was very disappointed that after the summer of gaming reveals that we just got, Wolverine having a new trailer wasn't one of those reveals. But the thing that has been good and has been actually fairly consistent is that Insomniac has kept up with the community and has always tried to respond and saying, yes, we are still working on the game. Because, you know, so many people out there are worried, like, is Marvel's Wolverine canceled? Is this game even going to happen at this point? Now, I've already made a video about why I don't think that's the case, and there was a lot of evidence that I provided in that video, but we're just gonna pile on all that evidence from that video into this one. We've got a lot more evidence now to confirm. Once again, Wolverine is not getting canceled, all right? Here's the situation. Insomniac tweets out that you guys should hit the thumbs up button on the video, which is really nice of them, and I really appreciated that. I hope you guys do what they say. But then they also tweeted out saying, take a peek at the all-new Insomniac.games website. We have some fun new inclusions spread throughout our home games community and career pages. And honestly, yeah, like they did a nice little rework of their website showcasing Marvel's Spider-Man 2 there. You can kind of scroll and see some of the different jobs and the things that people do at Insomniac. What I thought was particularly cool is if you head over to the games tab specifically, you can actually see a timeline of 30 plus years of games that Insomniac has created. You know, you got all these Spyro games, the Ratchet and Clank games, of course, from Insomniac. Then you've got Spider-Man, Sunset Overdrive, and then obviously we're in the most recent era from 2020 to present. Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man Remastered, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Spider-Man 2, and a little old Wolverine over there with a little blurb on the website that says, we stormed into our PlayStation 5 era with weapons and web shooters blazing, 3 Marvel Spider-Man games, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and the development of Marvel's Wolverine. Sadly, there are no new screenshots. There is no like actual new tidbits that they provided for the game. It's still the same old screenshot from the reveal trailer of Wolverine with his claws out. And although you can click on some of their recent releases like Marvel Spider-Man 2 or Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to get some more information, there is no hyperlink for Wolverine just yet. I actually responded to Aaron Jason Espinoza, who works over at Insomniac Games. I told him, hey, I can't wait for the day where I can click on that Wolverine logo and get more information on the game, and he responded saying that he couldn't wait either. But if we go back to the Insomniac Twitter, there were a lot of people that were responding to their initial tweet about this new website launch. One person responded saying, new website, new game, Marvel's Wolverine in development for the PS5, and they responded in all caps, in development. So if you think it's canceled, they're screaming at this point. Somebody else asked, hope the development of Wolverine is going well. And this is actually an interesting question for them to respond to. They just said, yep. So, I mean, not only are they still making the game, it's not being canceled, but also apparently the development is going smoothly. That's good to hear. I mean, that's what you want to hear right now from Insomniac. I got my fingers crossed that we're going to hit that fall 2026 release. And then yes, when Aaron Jason Espinoza was talking about this website further on his own personal Twitter, he did once again reassure everybody, and in case there was any doubt, Marvel's Wolverine is still in development for the PS5. Now, the main reason, I should say, why I'm covering this news, why it's even really newsworthy, is because it got a little bit of chatter around the community. Are they updating the website for a reason? Could it be? Is there maybe some room for speculation that them updating the website and putting on a new look here could be in preparation for a brand new reveal for Marvel's Wolverine? Now, I'm not gonna say there is like a 0% chance, but I really don't think that's the case in terms of what's going on here specifically. I honestly think that they just wanted to update the website. Aaron Jason Espinoza was talking about how he was inspired by some things that happened during the Insomniac Community Day, which I was able to attend, and he just wanted to like show some love for the community. You know, there's a whole tab there for the community specifically where you can see people's photo mode shots from all their different games. It's really awesome. And I do think that that is really what's going on here. I don't think that we can expect any sort of Marvel's Wolverine news in the near future. I know Gamescom is right around the corner. I'm excited. I do want to see what types of reveals are in store for opening night live, but I honestly, again, I don't think PlayStation is going to do anything at a third-party event. They want to have something for Wolverine to be revealed from PlayStation. Whether that be a state of play, whether if we get another showcase at some point, if ever, or maybe just on a random Tuesday, they drop a brand new trailer for the game. I just don't think that we can expect to see a Wolverine during something like a Summer Game Fest or an opening night live, maybe the Game Awards because they did Intergalactic last year, but I don't know. PlayStation usually likes to handle things on their own. And if I'm right, or if the speculation amongst the entire community is to be believed, and this game does drop at some point within the fall of next year, I honestly wouldn't expect to see anything at all by the end of this year. Look at Marvel's Spider-Man 2. You know, we talked about this in my previous video, going over whether or not Wolverine was canceled. Spider-Man 2 was announced in 2021. We didn't hear nothing for 2 years, and then 6 months out from release, during that PlayStation showcase, boom, gameplay reveal, and it's just a summer of reveal after reveal for Spider-Man 2 up until the release in October. I think we're just gonna look at the same situation here with Marvel's Wolverine. It's the least amount of marketing that they maybe have to spend. It's the least amount of time for marketing from when they start to actually show us stuff to when it comes out. So it's fresh on everyone's minds, and it just, you know, it bumps up the pre-order numbers. It bumps up the amount of people that want to buy the game. But if there is nothing else that you take from this video, I hope you take away that we're not going to have to worry about Marvel's Wolverine, all right? Everyone can stop thinking that it's gonna be canceled, that it's not gonna happen. They're emphasizing they're still working on it. At this point, it would be insane if Wolverine gets canceled after all the responses from Insomniac, from Aaron, who works at Insomniac, telling people, guys, we're still working on it and development is going great. I mean, I know that the industry is like on fire and there's so many things happening that would lead to us doubting whether or not these games are going to come out these days. But with Wolverine, I think we can rest assured it's happening. We're gonna get this game sooner or later. Hopefully not later. Hopefully sooner. I really want to see more from this game, man. I'm so excited to see what Insomniac's take is going to be on this character, on the world, and where they can take it next. What's so different about a character like Wolverine versus someone like Spider-Man is that Wolverine is part of such a massive team. The X-Men, there's just so much you can pull from there, and you gotta wonder if Insomniac has plans to take us to that destination. Is Wolverine the starting point, where X-Men is where we end off? I guess we'll see. And then, you know, I mean, we've heard all these rumors about Wolverine for so long, it being potentially semi-open world, it going for that M rating. Every little tiny sprinkle of information we've gotten about this game, it sounds so right. It sounds like the Wolverine game we have been waiting for a very long time. And listen, if the game doesn't end up coming out next year, if we gotta wait a little longer, just let Insomniac cook. I know the feedback I heard a lot with Marvel Spider-Man 2 is that people wish that they took more time with it. So when you hear things like that, but then you also see people mad that they're taking their time with Wolverine, I'm like, what do you guys want, man? Let's just be patient. Once the time comes where we start to get some reveals from Marvel's Wolverine, I imagine it's not gonna slow down. Let's just wait until that hype train gets rolling. And until then, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. What do you think about the update to the website for Insomniac Games? Do you think that it means there could be a new reveal for Marvel's Wolverine on the horizon? And also, do you feel like a bit relieved that they keep reassuring fans they're still working on the game? Sound off with all your thoughts in the comments. I've been Caboose. I'll see you guys later.